welcome to BonBonB Plays Transport Fever. I'm BonBonB and you are of course very welcome. This is up to the Bond 7 and you may have noticed there in the foreground there was a car. There are real cars now in the game. We are oh wow, you've gone loop-de-loop there. Gone completely loop-de-loop. Oh, where you're planning to go to. But you're going home. Oh, okay, fine. Off you go. Enjoy your little drive. That's up on 7 chose here because this is now our largest town within the game. And yeah, that's basically all I wanted to point out was we've now got a new leader. 732 population. As you can see, absolutely no facilities being provided. That's because we've been concentrating mostly on building up passenger networks. We do have this little train here which is heading down towards Padstow with some food. Almost fully laden, doing a mighty fine job there from our food processing plant, which is running at about 30%. It's a passenger train coming down from Silsden, almost complete. So yes, that's coming down through our road tunnel from Silsden on the outlying corner of the map, which we're playing on the large map with the random seed BonBonB, clearly. So anyway, today we are going to, now we've built, it's taken us a while. I mean, what are we now, episode 18? Somewhere around there. It's taken us a while to build up a network of rail lines, which now run from Margate all the way up through Newcastle, Chipping, Saxe, Burnley, Gumpster, Dunstable, and all the way up to Tetbury. So that's all connected up, although there's nothing running to Tetbury at the moment. And then we've also got our loop-de-loop. Amongst these 6 towns here, Saxe, Chipping, Padstow, Upton, Earley, Billericay and Saxmundham, with a couple of offshoots going up to Minster and Silsden. So, we've got enough now, where we have been running trains just to and from, backwards and forwards between 2 individual towns. Why not now make 2 new lines? So I think the 2 new lines should be as follows. A river line that runs from Margate all the way up to Tetbury and back again. That'll be very nice. And also this original circuit that's taken us a while to build, a loop here. So this is going to be, this will be, the map once it was originally produced to me was this way up. With south being at the bottom, this is south, so I'm reckoning this is going to be the Southfield line, because there are fields here and it's in the south. And this will be the River Run line because it's running alongside the river. Do you know what? I'm inspired some days. I really am. Let's start off by creating these 2 lines. We'll put a pause on the game just because I don't want to get in the way. Oh, let's have a quick look at finances just to show you where we are with that. We spent some money just recently on expanding the lines, building, buying some new rolling stock, etc. So we did lose a bit of money over a couple of years there. We were up at about 30 odd million. We're down to 25 million now. But as you can see, we're running at about 5 million-ish profit per year. We are currently in April and we're already 1.2 million. So that's pretty fine, I must say. Oh, there's one other job we need to do. Before we do any building of the lines, recently we've just had announced a release of a new bus. And what have we got just outside of Burnley? We have got the Burnley Bus Museum. Here it is. We'll come over here and we'll buy this new bus. There she is. Buy. Right, we now have one of those. Set line to all. And a Burnley Bus Museum. There she is. Let's have a look at these buses now. Coming out in a little procession. Oh, look at this. This is what bus museums are all about. There's your stagecoach. Here's your, I can't remember what it's called. Oh dear. Yeah, and then there's that one, and there's the, Le Bisonte. And Ethel needs replacing. Well, that's another job to do today. But yes, as you can see, now people can come along and have a look at all the different buses that are available. There'll be more buses coming along soon, I no doubt, as they're released within the game. And there's, who's that? No, it's Frida. And Frida's coming up to replacement age as well. But yes, they're all now doing their bit. We should send everybody home, because do we really want them going round and around and around? Go to depot, yeah. You can go back to the depot. We'll get rid of those 2 boxes. Here's one. Guess where you're going? Back to the depot. Costs us a little bit less to run if they're not actually going around and around. And this is our new one. Go to depot. Oh, and that one. You can go to depot as well. Bye, guys. Thank you very much for... Frida needs to be replaced. Okay. Ethel and Frida will both be replaced shortly. Pause the game. Right, so we were going to build some new lines. Well, assign some new lines. Let's come over to Margate, because it's a destination. It's a terminus. That's what I'm after, a terminus. Right. And what we will do is we will click on that, and we will come down to the bottom, I believe. No, to the top. Why is my option for a new line? Am I going nuts? Right, that's all good, yes. Perhaps I need to find a train. That's weird, though. Line. Lost it. Line manager. What am I doing over here when I should be over here? Completely baloney. New line, and this is going to be the... Oh, delete again. River passenger line. Oh, we only need 1 line for here because everything's going up and then coming back. So what we'll do is we'll add some stations. We'll start with adding... No, that's what I wanted to do. One at Margate, and down to Newcastle, and then we'll come along here, and we'll stop here, obviously, at Chipping, and then bend inland slightly to Saxmundham, and come down to Burnley, and follow the line all the way down here, and we'll pop in Gumpster. That's it. This little fella at Dunstable, and Tetbury, where the train will turn around and come back to Dunstable, and then stop here at Gumpster, and all the way back here to Burnley, and then inland to Saxmundham, and then back down here to Chipping Sodbury. Lovely. And then over the water to Newcastle, and then it'll automatically go back to complete the line to Margate. Fantastic. Right, done. We'll do no more with that. We're going to create a second line, which will be this little cycle here, and we'll create... Oh, there she goes. And line manager, and this was going to be the Southfield circular. Actually, better than that. We'll ignore that. Southfield, and then Southfield C for clockwise passenger, which is there. And then we'll add the stations again. We'll start with add station. Right. We'll have 1. Make sure we are getting the railway stations, not the bus stations, of course, because that would be highly embarrassing. Saxmundham there. And across to Chipping, inland to Padstow. Up the line here to Upton. Busy little Upton. Down the line here to Early. Down the bendy line here to Billericay. And then that will complete that. It should then go back to the top. That's correct, isn't it? I am right. It must follow that line down there. It must. Right, okay, we've got that one. But we're going to need one going the other way as well. So we'll come over here, new line. And this will be the south. I hate when I do that. Every time I do that. Southfield, counterclockwise passenger, and we'll add some stations. Only this time we're going to go the other way round. At the station at Saxmundham, up to Billericay, into Early, over to Upton, down the track to Padstow, around the bend. Oh, did we miss one? No, we didn't. Of course we didn't. That would be stupid. There she goes, Chipping Sodbury, and then that should take us all the way back to here. And that is that one. Now, excuse me while I cough into the microphone. We now have those. Now, what we need to do now is assign the trains. Now, we've got different trains all travelling at different speeds, and everything's going to get all tangled up until they all get replaced, which is going to take some time. But what we need to do is we need to find a list of trains. There we are. Now, I have very carefully gone through these trains to have a look at see where they are and what tracks they're on at the moment. We'll start with Sophia. Now, Sophia is currently on the Gumpster passenger line, which means we want her on the river. Oh, come on, what's going on with me? The river. I've got two called River Passenger Line. There's going to be a problem, isn't there? Let's work out which one's which and rename the one that isn't. Well, that's going to be the one that isn't. So, right, we'll come back to Line Manager. That wasn't clever. The River Passenger Line, that's the one. And we're going to rename that the old River Passenger Line. So there's no confusion. That's better. Right. Guess what, Sophia? We're calling up that. We're putting you onto the look, the river, the passenger line. That's what I'm trying to do. Right, thanks, Sophia. And you're waiting for a free pass. That could be something to worry about. We'll go back to you, and then we'll go back to the trains. And Ruby is also going onto the river passenger line. And we're also looking for Juliet. There you are. Is it because I've just paused the game? Is this why all these... What on earth is going on? What is going on here? I think this is how new babies are made. New trains are made. Look. This is crazy. Well, we'll have to put in some waypoints because you should not be travelling on that side of the track. Juliet, I do not understand why you're travelling on that side of the track. Maybe it's because I haven't given them a crossing over here, but this is probably why you're making no money there. This is a disaster. And what happens when you have lots of trains all going at once? We can resolve all this, though, says he, worrying badly. Juliet. Right, anyway, we were saying, Juliet, that we are putting you onto the river passenger line. That's good. And we are also looking for Gerald. There you are. And you are going on to, guess what? The river passenger line also. And we're looking for Frida, although Frida is going to be replaced very shortly, as will Ethel be. And you are going on to the river passenger line, and Ethel, there you are. Lines and the river passenger line. Right. So that's all those trains appropriated for that. Now we need to look at Nigella. Now Nigella is on the Billericay to Early passenger track at the moment. So what we can do is we can set her to the Southfield clockwise. No reason, just why not? And Lady is also on that one, so we're going to put her on the same clockwise route. And then we'll finish with Catherine. There she is, and she's going to go on the Southfield counter clockwise passenger route, as will Ingrid. Southfield counterclockwise passenger route. Okay, so we've now appropriated them onto the best lines. Now, I am going to have to do something with waypoints because this is not clever. First of all, You are going to have to... Which one of you is carrying? Well, you're carrying more, so right. You are going to turn around. Actually, it would make a bit of sense. Maybe... I'm going to have to build a crossover, I think. To about there. And, right. I don't think that's going to work, though, is it? Because you're still going to be going the wrong pigging way, silly train. Okay, well, we'll just get you rolling anyway. Waiting for free path. Yes. What? Oh, are you now moving? What is going on? You impatient arsehole. What are you doing? Catherine. Oh. Catherine. Do you know what, Julia? I see right through you. Now, she's off that way as well. Okay, what a bizarre set of circumstances. Now, where are you off to? You are definitely going the right way. Is anybody else complaining? There are no warnings, which is good news, I guess. Are you on the right side of the track? When I say the right side, I mean the left side. Yes, you are, and you are following the river passenger line, which is good news. Let's have a quick look at the stations and see what people are waiting for here. We've got a few people now waiting for the new line. Of course, the old lines, got 7 people waiting for that. I wonder if people will get onto the train, a different train. I'm not quite sure, but let's not worry, because these are all set up now correctly. The only problem I can see potentially with this circuit, because we have Saxmundham to Chipping, is on both the circular and it's on the river passenger line as well. And there may be a little bit of clogging up, maybe where this circular joins up with these 2 towns here. We'll worry about that as and when, though. How many people have you got? You've got 27 people aboard. And you should carry straight on now, though. Waiting for free path. Yes, there is a train ahead of you. That's fine. But this is all now looking much busier. We've got trains fricking everywhere. Ethel and Frida will need replacing. Right, so let's find Ethel and Frida. First of all, Frida... Oh, we'll do Ethel first. There you are, Ethel. Right, where's the next depot? You've only got 4 people on board, which is good news. Where's there no depot here? I think we could put a depot in. That would work very nicely for me, I think. We'll do that now. So we'll grab a one of them and one of those. And what we'll do is we'll just rotate you and put you just before. Not quite such a increment. How about there? That's all right. And we'll bring you back a little bit to there, and we will join you across to the other line. We've got all that going on here as well. Is that way too many line crossings? I think we could probably delete these 2 line crossings and then replace it with one over here. Too much curvature, of course there is. Right, and let's grab a signals. Signals. 1 and 1. Okay, good. Actually, oh, we can get rid of. We'll delete that signal. Where are we? We don't want that one quite there. But the one just before here, first of all, you can go away. So yes, just stop before this crossover. Is that I prefer that. That should make a lot more sense. And why have we got you guys here? That's a bit... No, 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 you arsehole. Oops. That's what you call an oops. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Do you think? The signal's here, so that's fine. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to come across to Frida. We'll get rid of that. There you are, Frida. Ethel, even. Ethel, I would quite like you to go to the depot. If that's all right with you. There's nobody on board you now. We haven't lost much because there was only 4 anyway. I wonder where Frida is. Let's have a look at Frida. Let's grab Frida first of all. Frida, whereabouts are you, hun? Oh, well, and you're perfect as well. Oh, look, there was a depot over here. What is wrong with moi? Well, we've got another depot now. I don't suppose you can have too many depots. Until you've got too many depots. How many people on board Frida? 45. That's fine. When she gets into the station, we'll let her unload. Come on, girl. Come on. We are waiting. We are waiting for you. Gerald now? Good God! Will you stop all getting old? There's nothing funny about being old. Right. Okay, we'll wait for these people to unload, because there's 45 of them. We'll take the cash. Oh. Well, that didn't help. That did not help. The people loaded in. They didn't just get off. Well, okay. You're going to be like that then. Right. So what we'll do is we'll sell you then, Ethel. We'll buy a new train. One of you. And we will load you up with some axles. Why am I unable to... Oh, that's it. That makes a lot more sense. Right. That's the one. Okay. Set line. The river passenger line. Is that one? Good. And you are going to wait in there until there's a gap. All the trains seem to be all in the same place all at once, of course. Why wouldn't they be? Right, where's the next depot? There's a depot here, isn't there? We could have done with it before the... Oh, shall we just move you in there anyway? That would be a good... Well, you're heading that way anyway, because that's where you're heading for that depot. That's good. Well, while you're doing that then, we will come over here and we'll buy trains. We'll have one of you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Almost out of money. That'll do. Lovely. And you are going set line all to the river passenger line. Now, you're still heading that way. You're coming out of here. That should work nicely. Now, we need names. Names! What letter do we get up to? RST. Hooray! We've got an achievement. Fantastic. Right. So, what we'll do is we'll train 1, which is you. You're going to be... obviously beginning with T. We're looking for Trevor. Trevor is a good name for a train, isn't it? Say yes. Say yes. And this one is going to be TU. Ursula. Is that how you spell Ursula? Might be. Not sure. But these are now chuffing wonderful. You're going to end up in the depot. I can sell you off for a little bit of scrap. And we've got some lines that we don't require anymore. In fact, quite a few lines we don't require anymore. Like this one. So what we can do is we come over here. Billericay Early, not needed. Oh yes, that's probably better. Billericay Minster. Now why have we still got that? Oh yes, that's the individual line. Oh, wakey. This one, Burnley Gumpster, that can go. Burnley Sacks can go. We do need that one though. Bus Museum. Chipping Newcastle, unrequired. Gumpster, that can go. And then the Newcastle distribution, we will need that. Why is there nothing on it? We'll have a worry about that. Oh, I haven't worked on that yet. That'll be why. The Old River Passenger can disappear. Upton Passenger also. Then that one, we don't need that one. And that one, we don't need that one. So, we now have, let's have a look at these. Making losses and making losses, but that's not unexpected. Now, let's go back to the depot. Where's this depot? Where's this bloody train gone to? It was down here, I believe. There, that should be in there. Are you in there? Yes, guess what? Oh, I didn't want to do that. I meant to do that. Sell. It's gone. Woohoo! You can see, as we are now into 1907, time is moving on. The buildings are getting more modern. We're getting much more modern factory units going on. This one here, very modern. Now, what we're going to have to do, because we're virtually at the end of today's episode, and we've not done any building as such, bought a couple of new engines and all that. Hopefully nothing is stuck. We'll have to keep an eye, like I say, on this little section here, running through from there to this junction, basically, all the way up to this junction. Make sure nothing gets mangled up. But yes, everything else should be running. Gerald was running. Gerald was getting old, wasn't he? What's Gerald up to? River Passenger Line. Oh no, that's right. We know that. Panic not. Is he making us finances? Let's have a look. Yeah, he had that time where he was probably shagging one of the other trains and wasn't doing any work at all. But we can leave him for another year, I think. He's making a moderate profit, not much more than that. And yes, we've got one of these things that's gone up to 200%. Yeah, that's the oil well. And what's this one? Yeah, that's still ticking along. We could be doing a lot more with this, I'm certain of that. And then it's probably the food processing plant was the one where we got the achievement. Was that it? No, it's not the food process. Maybe it was the oil. Let's have a look at the farm. Yep, still only on the low end of that. Could do with more freight collection, because we seem to have an awful lot of livestock here. What's going on here? Come on, let's have a look. The Padstow Annex, which is where all the freight is unloading. Well, it's doing okay. Do we just need more horse and carts? Because we still don't have any motorised collection. Well, other than these little things, of course. If you can call that motorised. But anyway, yes, that's all moving. What we'll have to do in the next episode is start. Now we've got these passenger routes on the go. Have a look, make sure everything is working fine. Look, like I say, waiting for Upton passenger trains. No, but the Southfield Circulars, 154, only 5, but may well be that the train's only recently been there, maybe. Let's have a look at this one. That one is, yeah, Yeah, I would say everybody's transferring to the circulars, which is good. We'll come and have a look over here. I say Burnley and the River Passenger Line. Yep, hundreds of people waiting for the trains. That's looking much more efficient than back and forth. So we'll keep an eye on that, make sure it does make us some money. And then, like I say, in the next episode, we'll look at providing food from the food processing plant up to Silsden, because that's local and would be quite easy to set up. What's going on? Why would you build a house over here? Huh? What's the point of that? You're nowhere near the shops, mate. Look at that. Nowhere near the shops. What? Why? That's weird. Weird people. Never mind. But anyway, yes, we can build food processing, food distribution to there, and also to Upton, because that's not going to be difficult to set up a connection to. Especially, I believe this is a commercial area, this side of the track, and we can set up a nice little distribution network there. How many people on this station? 317. Mind you, that train isn't coming, mate. I'd switch over to one of the other two if I was you. Anyway, that's it. That's it from me today. Thanks for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. I've been BonBonB playing Transport Fever. Don't forget to join me next time, because next time will be next time. Something like that. Oh, lovely. Where's my cup of coffee? Where's my cup of coffee? I want some coffee. Please, coffee, please.